When smoke is detected by both smoke detectors in the cargo compartment, a red warning light illuminates. Warnings also include the intermittent fire bell, the master warning lights, the discrete fire light, and the respective ICAS message. Pushing either cargo compartment arming switch arms both fire bottles, silences the fire bell, and turns off the associated cargo heat fan. Pushing the forward arming switch also turns off both recirculating fans and opens the overboard exhaust valve. Pushing the aft arming switch also turns off the right recirculating fan and turns off the aft cargo heater. The two cargo fire bottles may be discharged into either compartment. Discharge the number 1 bottle first, since it is larger and contains a greater amount of extinguishing agent. To discharge the bottle, lift the associated guard, and then push and hold the number 1 bottle discharge switch for 1 second. The extinguishing agent will flow into the respective compartment, as indicated by the discharge light illuminating, accompanied by an ICAS message. A concentration of extinguishing agent will remain in the compartment for some time. Consequently, because the smoke detectors cannot differentiate between the extinguishing agent and actual smoke, the fire indications can remain after the fire is extinguished. To maintain a high concentration of extinguishing agent in the cargo compartment, the number 2 bottle should be discharged after a specified amount of time, as indicated in the pilot operating manual. Now let's look at wheel well fire detection. The wheel well fire controls and indicators are located on the glare shield and instrument panel. A single loop detector is installed in both main gear wheel wells. When the loop detects an excessive temperature, a fire warning results. The warnings include the wheel well fire warning light, the intermittent fire bell, the master warning lights, the discrete fire light, and the respective ICAS message. The wheel well fire light, the discrete fire light, and the ICAS message remain until the condition no longer exists. There are no fire bottles for the wheel well. This part covers the fault detection system. The engine fire and overheat detection system, as well as the APU fire detection system, have continuous fault monitoring. If one of the dual loops fail, the appropriate message appears on the ICAS status page. With a fault in one detector loop, the remaining loop will still sense a fire and initiate all cockpit indications. A fault in both loops will cause a failure of the detection capability. Should a dual loop failure occur, the system fail light on the aft pedestal illuminates, and an associated ICAS message appears. The status page must be viewed to determine which system has failed. Pushing the system fail switch extinguishes the light and removes the ICAS message. The failure monitor will reset for the remaining systems. Fault monitoring of the cargo smoke detectors occurs only when the fire protection system is tested. Automatic testing occurs when electrical power is initially applied to the aircraft and during power transfer. Manual testing is accomplished by pressing the engine APU cargo fire overheat test switch. When a fault is detected, the system reconfigures itself for a single detector operation. A single operating smoke detector is still capable of activating the cargo fire warnings. If both smoke detectors are inoperative, the system fail light illuminates, accompanied by the associated ICAS message. A status message will appear when selected. Now let's discuss 767 differences. On the 767, pushing either cargo compartment arming switch shuts off both recirculating fans. The forward arming switch closes the forward cargo compartment heat valve. The aft arming switch closes the aft and bulk cargo compartment heat valves. Smoke detection is provided in 3 cargo compartments. On the Dash 300, 2 bottle discharge switches are replaced with a single switch. Pushing the bottle discharge switch discharges the number 1 fire bottle in the associated compartment. Pushing the switch also initiates a timer that automatically discharges the number 2 bottle 30 minutes later or at touchdown, whichever occurs first. The extinguishing agent is metered into the affected compartment to maintain the required concentration of extinguishing agent. The Dash 300ER has 3 cargo fire bottles. Pushing the bottle discharge switch discharges the number 1 bottle into the associated cargo compartment. Also, the timer initiates automatic discharge of the number 2 and 2A bottles 30 minutes later or at touchdown, if less than 30 minutes. The extinguishing agent is metered into the affected compartment to maintain the required concentration of extinguishing agent.